Well, two doctors were attacked at the doctor's hospital residence at the Letaba Hospital in Limpopo by armed men this week. Of course, for more on this story, we are now joined by SABC's Maringa. Very good evening to you, Mike. Essentially, just take us through the minister's walkthrough and, of course, his concerns that he had about security at the doctor's residence.
Good evening to you and good evening to our viewers. It's indeed correct that Minister Motsoaledi and the Minister of Police, Becky Cele, were at Letaba Hospital this morning. This emanates from the shooting, as you have rightfully put it, that there was a shooting of two doctors yesterday. On their arrival, they had a short meeting and they had a walkabout thereafter into the residence of health professionals at that hospital. They went into the place where these armed men allegedly broke in so that they could gain access into the studio. We must indicate that the minister was not happy with the setup thereof, because at the day of the shooting there were about 23 security personnel on duty, and what we have learned is that at the doctor's residence there was just one security guard, and when the five armed men went to the area when they started shooting, he ran away, and we told that the security guards only came back after an hour, and by then valuables were gone and the two doctors were shot already. And the minister was asking questions as to why should there be security personnel who are guarding the hospital, who are guarding personnel, who are guarding resources, who are not armed, and when they are needed most, they are running away. And also the Minister of Police was also raising the same question to say, if these people are really worried about safety, why are they having such a number? And also, are these security personnel well equipped to deal with such incidents? So they'll be there, they'll be at the hospital over this weekend to review the security status of that hospital and that of other hospitals in the province.
Now, Mike, if we have a look at some of these circumstances around the attack, it was initially said to be believed by the doctors themselves that this had been a premeditated attack on the doctors. Was this indeed the case, or was this a normal armed robbery?
Look, yesterday when we spoke to the MEC for Health, Dr. Poppy Ramatuba, she indicated that it will appear as if there is a syndicate that is targeting state hospitals and clinics in the province. This is not the first incident, I must indicate. This is, it must be the 6th or 7th hospital to be attacked by armed men, and it also appears as if these people know exactly what they are looking for, because every time when they break into hospitals or clinics, they go straight into the doctors' residences. Maybe there's a belief, like Minister Motsoaledi was saying this morning, that these doctors are wealthy, they've got money. And yesterday when they broke into one of the house where they shot a doctor, they took his valuables such as laptops, they took a TV set, they took money and cell phones. So you could see that they are targeting certain people, because if they really wanted, if it was just an ordinary robbery, they would have even went into the wards where nurses are, because they also have phones. Chances are that they're also keeping cash on them. But they are specifically targeting doctors. Hence, there's a call also by the minister to say maybe intelligence must now kick in and check as to who exactly are these people, what exactly do they want, because in all the incidents that I have mentioned, nobody has been arrested.
In terms of the doctors, can you give us an update on their well-being? We do understand that the one had initially been taken to intensive care.
Yes, we managed to see the doctor yesterday. It's one Dr. Lucky Kunene. He is shot on the foot. He's recovering very well. The ICU, and also the two ministers and the MECs went to see him today. It will look like he's doing well. One thing that the MEC indicated is that fortunately that doctor has just recruited specialists. If it was not because of that, we'll be talking a different story. And one thing that she has highlighted is that these incidents are so unfortunate because it has been very difficult for them to get doctors to go and work in rural hospitals like Letaba, Giani, and the rest. And if incidents of this nature are happening, it will scare them away, because most of these hospitals in the province do not have specialists. You only get specialists in Polokwane and Mankweng because they are perceived to be urban hospitals, though they are state hospitals, but they're in urban areas. So it's one thing that it's worrying the department to say if they cannot up their security, chances are that in the very near future there won't be doctors working in those hospitals.
Well, thank you very much for giving us that update this evening. SABC's Mike Maringa on the attack of those 2 doctors at the Letaba Hospital in Limpopo. Francis has more.